beautiful people, welcome back. I am home. I have been traveling for the last couple weeks and it's been lovely. I went to see Sarah see her wedding and it was amazing. She looked absolutely stunning and it was such a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. And it was really wonderful. I got to see a bunch of my painting friends and to hang out for a couple days with some other friends, and we had an awesome time. But I'm really, really happy to be home and happy to be back in my own space and able to paint and continue our experiments and our little playtime together. So I'm really happy that you guys are here with me. Well, let's get started. A few weeks ago, I did a piece called Abalone Cove where I had pre-painted the base coat black and then I used pearl yellow on top of that. Previously, I had used the pearl yellow just on the plain white canvas, and the effect of the pearl yellow dry was like a very pale, shifty, soft gold, and on top of the black, it was a much more dramatic result. So tonight I want to continue that experiment with another one of the Amsterdam pearls, the Pearl Green this time, and we're going to be doing this on a canvas that I have pre-painted with the Amsterdam Greenish Blue. We'll check a second to see if it's opaque or transparent, but this is a 24 by 30 inch gallery wrap canvas. I have painted the sides and edges and the top, and I have taped and pinned the back, so that's all ready to go. So let's look at that greenish blue real quick and see if it's transparent or opaque. And the way that you tell, over here HOA, can you see that little square that's empty inside?
Yep.
So that's transparent. So this is a transparent paint, which means you can see through it, which is actually pretty cool because I am curious to see how the pearl green is going to look on top of a transparent. We'll do it another time on a more opaque color and see how that looks as well. But this should be fun. So that's the Amsterdam bluish green. The other colors we're using tonight, this one is by Modern Masters. This is Venetian blue. And it is beautiful. I have used this a few different times. Actually, the very first one of the Modern Minimals, the first one of the Modern Minimal series that I did was called Voltaic, and I used this very electric metallic blue, which is just gorgeous, and I'm in love with. So, Venetian blue, and then we have the Pearl Green from Amsterdam, which you'll notice does not look green. It looks kind of pearly, but it does dry with a very, very pretty subtle green shift. You can sort of see it on the stick. I don't know, I can, but I'm hoping that on top of this darker color we are going to get the pearl green to show up and be more shimmery and flashy. We also have here Deco Art Americana Decor Metallics in emerald green, which is a beautiful color. I first used this one eons ago about 5 or 6 years ago in a piece called Gorgon's Grotto, and I love this color, emerald green from Deco Art. And you'll notice everything is pretty thin, sinking into itself right away, not really leaving a mound. I just thinned these out again because they had thickened up after a couple hours. This one is a combination of Deco Art Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold and their pearl. So I had the gold mixed up and I was like, it's kind of loud and bright and I don't want the gold to steal the show, so I toned it down a little bit by adding some of this Deco Art pearl. So this is really pretty and it did a nice job. So it's still gold, but it's going to be a much softer pearly gold. So and then I have here the base coat color, which is also the Amsterdam Pearl Green. So the game plan is we're going to put down a runway of this. We're going to put down some of our colors. We're going to tilt it out and have something amazing, I hope. So let's get started. We're going to do the runway instead of in the center of the canvas. I'm actually going to do it farther down towards the bottom third. And I want a good amount of paint on here because I do still want to be able to tilt it and I want to leave negative space. So I don't want to flood the whole canvas right now because I want to actually be able to use this runway to stretch out the design, and then when I'm ready to tilt, when I know I want it stretched more, then we'll put more flow extender. So, okay, let's get started. So the first color we're going to use is that Venetian blue, and I'm not going to go slow and fast and stuff. I'm going to go pretty fast with this one. But this time I want to try something a little bit different. I actually want to try for sort of more of a triangular shape to sort of emulate mountains, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Yes, my love.
Okay, so we're gonna pour this kind of from up high, and we're gonna go pretty quick, I hope. Here we go. So you'll notice, even though I was kind of up high, I wasn't high enough because it didn't really sink under the surface. So, I don't know, we'll see. This one is the Pearl Green. I am going to pour this up high, and we're going to try to follow that path. Are you ready, darling?
Yes, my love.
Okay. That's cool. We got good effects in there in some places, and I'm glad it's not all the same everywhere. All right, we're going to use some of the emerald green. We're going to go fast with this one again. Ready, darling?
Yep.
Okay. And now we're going to use the pearly gold, also from up high. Ready, baby?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I want to put one more layer of the pearl green in there also. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, this one we're going to go stay up high. But we're going to go faster this time. We're not going to go slow. I just want to get that incorporated into some of the green. Okay. Cool. And then last time we did this, we also finger painted with 2 fingers, and I really like that effect, so we're going to kind of do that again, but softer. We're not looking to make a really big statement. Ready, honey?
Yep.
Cool. Alright. I'm just going to take the rest of this pearl green that's in here and put it along this edge, because we don't want to lose any of our composition. Okay. Let's tilt this out a little bit, just on this bottom edge, and then we'll put some flow extender up there at the top. Alright. Let's see, where's the way to the paint? Okay, I think we're going to go off that corner first. This side. Go off the bottom. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, the coyotes are out. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more flow extender around there. take some of the color off also. Oh, we'll see. Probably, yeah. Neat. Actually, I'm gonna take this side off too. That's pretty. What do you think, honey?
Yeah.
It's really cool. I love that Venetian blue with the emerald green. It's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my hands off and we'll torch it. Okay, so a couple of really cool things. I really like in this area here where the Venetian blue is kind of like feathered out because we were pouring from up high, and the blue actually is underneath, like in here you can see it also, it's underneath that pearl green. Over here also there's a lot of that blue underneath the pearl. So those areas that pearl green is going to really show up as green. And we also have the greenish blue as the base coat color. So I'm anticipating like these areas are still going to show up as pearl green, but look different than the areas that it's on top of the other colors. So I think this is going to be really cool. This part's really pretty in here where it's like stretched out and kind of soft and floaty. There's some beautiful movement and flow, which I really like. I like the color scheme. I like that the gold is really subtle, but it is there and it is visible. So this is cool. Yeah, I'm happy. So this was awesome. I will show you guys one to just try. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you real soon. Okay, so this is our dried results of the video from last week. This is heliotrope. This was the modern minimal one using the permanent violet dark and the Persian rose and some white and the pearl red from Amsterdam. So this one has pearl red as the base, but there's nothing underneath it, so it's not showing up as pearl red. But still very pretty, kind of opaly, pretty colors, cool composition, yeah. So this one was heliotrope. This was the dried results of the video from before I went to Boston. Let me go get today's pour. Okay, so this is the one that we did today. This was the canvas painted with the Amsterdam Greenish Blue first, and then we used the Venetian blue from Modern Masters and some Deco Art Emerald Green, and we mixed the 24 karat gold with the pearl white, and it gave us that very soft gold, which is very, very pretty. I really like this one. I like it vertically. This one had the pearl green as the base coat on top of that greenish blue. And as you can see, it is showing up. And it's very blingy and very shimmery and very pearly. Very pretty color. So I really like that with the greenish blue as the base color, the background color on and then having the pearl green on top. It's very shimmery, very, very pretty. Soft, kind of floaty. I like this vertical orientation. Very cool. Fun. Lots of beautiful colors, very soft, very floaty, very peaceful. So it's kind of frosty because of that pearl green is giving it a very icy feel, which feels very nice because it's pretty darn hot here today. Just a quick note, I am in Los Angeles. There have been a lot of protests in downtown LA, but it's a very, very small area, only a few blocks around the federal building. There are other protests, but LA is not burning. We are not on fire. We don't really need the National Guard and the Marines here. But anyways, I hope for a peaceful resolution to all of this, and everybody please stay safe out there. We love you all a lot, and thanks for being here. We'll see you guys real soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you real soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.